Hello everybody, today I wanted to make a quick look on this little makeup routine that I had done. It's a very beautiful, clean, I would say like a nude smoky eye. So I thought, actually I was getting ready for Thanksgiving and I thought this would be such a nice look for today. Just clean, and it's I would say it's also like a good date night look maybe, because it is a little bit dramatic, but if I wasn't maybe going anywhere, I would probably not pop blush and then just put on some mascara and this would still look very, very pretty. But just for like a closer up look, this is kind of what we went for today. And I always pair it with a nude lip just because that's something that I just personally like on myself a lot, but you could also do like a pink color, or I think if you want to do like something a little, you know, with a little pop color, that would still look very pretty. But to watch how I created this look, please keep on watching and please subscribe as well. Thank you.
So for the first step, I'm going to try something new that I haven't done very much before. So I'm going to try to use concealer as my primer, and I want to kind of give this a shot because I know I hear a lot of people doing it, so I just kind of want to try and see how this goes for today. I'm using a shade closer to my skin. I see some people going really light, but this is actually the one I use for under my eye mold, like 90% of the time. So that's why I go really light. I'm gonna set this with concealer, with my setting spray afterwards, but make sure like there's no creases. So I'm gonna use this brush. It looks like that. I just usually like just one of my brushes that I use for blending, and then I just put a little bit of maybe like this much powder, just like my setting powder, and I'm gonna actually just grab a little at a time, like some off, just excess. I'm gonna set all this in the spot. This is a little bit too dry. I'm actually going to go in with, I'm going to start with the Kylie Jenner palette that I have, and I'm going to go in with this Topaz, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm going to grab a little with my brush, tap a little. I just usually do this, just kind of tap excess off. Slowly start building up my crease first. You guys may have heard me say it a lot, but I try to use lighter and then slowly build up, just so then that way if I want to go darker I can, but if I start really dark I can't go lighter. So in the same palette, I'm gonna go in with this tiger eye up here. Then I'm just gonna deepen my crease just a little bit. So I'm gonna go a little darker just because that color is actually very neutral with my skin tone. So I'm gonna actually go in, I don't ever end up using one single palette, but anyway, so from my little toasted palette, this is Tarte as well, and then I'll actually just use this one right in the middle. This is actually pretty dark, so I'm actually going to go very lightly, but mainly focus on the outer piece, and then I'll slowly pull it in very, very lightly. So I'm just going to use that same brush that I have. I think this is actually my MAC brush, possibly, but I have a Morphe one that's very similar. I have a lot of these brushes just because you can actually use them quite a bit, and they last a very, very long time, so it's a good investment. I'm going to start right here. You can see I'm going to start building it up slowly. I'm going to just go here and then pull it in. So blend, blend, and then slowly pull in. I think that looks actually a little better with my skin. So this is kind of where we're at so far. Then again, you could even just do it in the air. It's fine. We'll give you the same results. I'm just gonna go on the other side. You could see like my outer corner here. This is kind of where I'm focusing mainly on both of these, but I like to just personally pull it in just slightly, just on that part of my eye, just so it's all connected. And then I'm just gonna use actually this. There's like I just clean stuff on my hands a little, so then there's no product on it, just so things don't look messy. But I'll usually just kind of use something empty and just kind of, as I'm going. Sometimes I'll do this, but it's a good practice. Just kind kind of blend everything out. So I'm gonna use this other MAC one that I have. It's very similar to the one I was using earlier, but I'm just gonna use that because I want to dab. I feel like my eyes are a little hooded, so for me, I just kind of want to dab slowly with the look that I'm going for today. So I'll just grab a little right there. I'll actually work on blending this in quite a bit. Kind of dab first like that. I'm gonna focus on this piece of my eye mainly, like just this outer corner. The in 3/4 I'm gonna keep pretty clean just because that's where I'm gonna put my lighter shade to kind of give it that a crease look. I'm gonna mainly just dab, dab, dab. You could use, if you want, just even like a little lid brush, but the reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm gonna slowly actually pull this out like that. You can kind of see what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna actually blend it just a little. So now I'm just gonna make sure I don't have too much product on it, and I'm just gonna focus on this outer part. Just pulling up just a little, and then. So you could actually just stay like this if you would like. That would actually look very, very pretty too. But I'm just gonna, just to make everything look a little even, I'm gonna pull this, no more product on my brush. It's actually pretty clean. I'm just gonna slightly just blend this a little bit in my crease like this way. Not all the way in, but just, I would say maybe like half of my eye or so. Because usually if you see, I kind of go in here. So for this purpose, I'm just gonna kind of go only till this part of my eye. And just kind of do that a little. I'm gonna use that just like an empty brush again. I feel like this line right here just needs to be blended out just a little. That's really all I would do. I'll build a little more on my corner actually towards the end, but that's usually kind of all I would start with. I wouldn't go heavier because I think you can build more up and make it darker later, but I think I usually just like to kind of see how everything's gonna come together first. So mainly, if you can see again, just that outer corner. Slowly build it. And this is actually a very good technique. You could actually really do this with any color. I think it's just kind of more of like knowing where to place your lighter and darker shades, but this is actually a very good technique to do, and you could actually use different colors if you would like as well. Like you could put a little black on the corner if you want to do like a little black and gold kind of a, but I think as long as you get the method down, then you're usually good. So I'll just kind of slowly pull like earlier we did under the eye. I'm just gonna kind of buff out a little. I'm gonna buff this piece just slightly to kind of even out right here. Now the exciting part. Okay, so I'm gonna put so I'm gonna actually put a little bit of concealer in my crease area, and I'm gonna use a pretty little brush. So it's out of this Morphe brush, but look at how small it is. So it's something I think very small. You could also use, just trying to look at kind of some of my brushes. That's too big, but anything I guess that's ideally smaller, because if you compare it to some of these brushes, like these are some of the lip brushes, but that's kind of a good difference. So just something little, because especially if you have hooded eyes like mine, you want to just make sure you go in a little carefully, and I prefer little at a time is usually good. So I'll just put a little on my hand here, just so I can kind of slowly grab it and put it in my area, and then you can just literally grab some like this. You could do it off the tube too, you don't have to do it on your hand, just whatever you prefer, honestly. But I'm just gonna slowly dab, 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 and I'm gonna go kind of almost like here. The I guess I would say the first third half of my, like 3/4 of my eye, and then that 1/4 is going to be where a lot of the dark is going to remain. I think this eye actually looks really good on hooded eyes. Do that to kind of see where it touches right. And you don't have to do this. I just did this because I wanted to get it really drastic, honestly, like make it very bright, and I just wanted to, I got a little bit of color there, so. Right, so I'm just gonna use again, I think grabbed this brush earlier, but I'm gonna set this area now with, I actually still have a little bit of powder. I didn't put any more in here, but I'm just gonna set that area just because it's kind of, I guess, wet, so just to kind of make it dry a little faster and kind of get going for my day. Grab a little more, and you can, if you want, just do that a little. There's still product on there, so you'll be fine. I got a little on here, but that's okay because it's not a big deal. I can always clean that up, but I just want to make sure that I got that piece set right. I'm gonna use just this corner. You see, you don't have to really worry very much. You can just literally go back later and get all that in check. So I'm just using this Morphe brush. Okay, so I'll go with this one right here. Grab about that much maybe. And I'm gonna go slowly start adding this right here. Suddenly changed my mind. I was like, you know what, I kind of want to go a little matte maybe. But I like shimmer too. I don't get to do matte very much, and I actually was like, wow, that'd actually be probably prettier to be honest. So, and you can go a little higher here if you want. I'm just kind of keeping mine a little lower, but literally all. I think you can kind of see how it intensifies the look quite a bit. I'm gonna use actually this, like a little brush like that, and I'm just gonna go and with like a just so you guys know, I started with that, but I think this one was just looking a little better, so I just went with that, and that's from the little Toasted palette. And what I do most of the time, honestly, I don't have like a specific color. Sometimes in my mind I'm gonna use, I just kind of go as I'm like doing the makeup, because sometimes I'll try a shade and it's not doing what I need it to do. So that's why I like to start lighter, and then I know, hey, maybe I just need to try something darker. And that's like the best tip I would give, even like for people that are just starting to do their makeup like this, or trying some of these new things, because you can always build up, right? And then you'll kind of figure out what looks good too slowly with your eye. But do you see that kind of be like my like it almost makes it look the perfect shade because the corner is really dark. Then you have this little orangey, and then you're very, very pretty and matte. And I'm gonna keep it right there, that area. I do want to go back and intensify my corner a little back with this color. And I'm really slow, guys. I blend a lot. When I do my makeup, so excuse me if it's a little annoying, but that is truly my biggest trick. So I'm literally dabbing it, actually, not even doing anything else. So literally like tap, 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 tap. I would honestly just leave it like that. Now, what you can do is at the end, right? The side, I would just literally, I think this right here is just the only area I would just kind of buff out. We're gonna kind of do the same thing on this side, right? So we kind of already did our corner. Now we're gonna go in with the cut crease piece. So about this much. Sorry. There you go. So that same little brush, right, that I used on this side, I'm gonna actually use it here. And I like this trick. It works even if you don't do it this way, but this is just the way I kind of like it. Again, so I'm gonna kind of go almost like slowly right here to my eye shape. About right there, I think it's. I need a little bit of area for that orange, right? So maybe it's like because it's almost done, but anyways, I think it's drying out a little bit. Kind of, I think it's trying to add a little bit on there. Just gonna go. Set this, so I'm just going to use and then I already have some product from earlier, so I'm just going to grab a little, dust it off a little. You see when you dust, the product's actually still there, right? You're just kind of like a little bit of. This is actually a newer technique. Like I've always used Urban Decay primer. I've never kind of tried this concealer piece, but I love trying new stuff, and I'm all for it. I think like the best thing that you could really honestly do is always try to learn new stuff. There's always somebody that has a good tip, and a method that they may do that you've not tried that may work very well for you. So. I'm gonna take this color here. I'm gonna grab that right there. Not this much. I'll slowly build on it, right? So, wrong side, please. I did order actually the mirror to stand, so I'm really excited about that. I was like, you know what? The more videos I'm creating, I'm kind of like, I need to have something that stands, so I don't have to really think about that. But I don't mind this either. I like simplicity. I think I may not say that, but I do like simplicity. Right? A shade I think I did from earlier because I tried I think the other two and it didn't do very much for me. So now I know on this side. What do you do? So you can see I'm kind of just slowly trying to pull this out. What do you use? I think I'm trying to actually do like a little bit of a tighter brush, like a smaller tip. I feel like I can't find it, so anyways. Because ideally I kind of want it to be like a smooth transition. That's all right. You will blend it all up. And what I will do is, like you saw on the other eye, as I do this, I'm slowly going to start blending stuff, and I just like to kind of make sure, hey, no harsh lines. You can like blend harsh lines. Do you ever feel like one side always looks a little better than the other? And I think because this is a little, let's see what I can do to even them out.
I think that's fairly decent on both of them. Now what I'm gonna go and do, I'm gonna at the end go and I think I added quite a bit here, so I'm just gonna kind of make sure. I think they look pretty even, but at the end I'll buff everything out one more time. I'm gonna try this trick I saw, so not with, like, I'm gonna go very, very lightly because I want to build onto this, but I kind of want to just emphasize the little area here, so I'm gonna actually go in with this shade right there. Start with very much at all. I'm only doing literally because I even it out. Ideally, I would like it, I think, just like this. I just wanted to try. It's kind of like emphasizing this right here. Horrible, it's just not my thing. I'm gonna use this Morphe brush, it looks like this, and I'm just gonna go in slightly with this orange color, that same one from earlier, honestly. Go very lightly. So it's this shade actually right here, in that little toaster palette. I just feel like I need a little bit of like a oomph, I guess, and that kind of gives me. I don't know again if it's just my So that's mainly it for that. Now I'll go in with, under my crease, I'm going to use this little angled brush. It looks like this. My Locum one. Had it so long, I don't even know. To be honest, I swear I got it. So I'm going to go with, so you can actually use Jasper in Kylie's palette, or I think if you were using Little Toasted, I would go actually under with this one on my brow. Just lightly. You could honestly even go, I think that, like for my skin, maybe a little lighter checking. So I think I'm going to go with the one that I have in my main area. I'm just going to go, like that looks better with my skin, so my brow's not too easy, but I feel like my brow's not liking that already. Or if you want it a little lighter, I would just go very low on top of that maybe. So good. I'm going to try to keep everything very matte. I'm just going to put a little shimmer in my tear that way. So now right here, really, if you take the side end is a little darker, so I'm going to kind of touch this up a little bit. No, other than that, honestly, just have under your eyes left, so I'm just going to go again. Tap, tap, tap. Liner left, and then we do under our eyes. So I'm going to start smoking under my eye just so you guys can kind of see what I usually just go with, because it's kind of not like precise. I feel like very much under my eye. I kind of start something like this, and I'll go. I'm going to start a little light and slowly smoke it out using this kind of orangey color from that Little Toasted palette. It's super light, it's kind of nude, I guess I would almost say. To be honest, on my skin, it's going to barely be noticeable. So I'll smoke my lower lash line slowly, and I kind of try to connect them. I do it like pull back there. So I'm gonna keep my eyes pretty clean. I'm gonna just go a little with some dark around the corner, but mainly, honestly, I'm gonna stay like this, and then I'll put my lighter shade in my inner corner. I feel like I kind of like the concealer method a little better. I think it just looks better when I'm doing this maybe on camera too, because not fun when you get shot now. So if you want to go a little more, I'm gonna just wait like for this purpose. I'm just gonna clean. Again, like you can see, I clean my brushes on my hand. It's just easier for me. You could have like a little towel you clean on, but I just like to make sure, because there's excess product and stuff, right? So I just want to make sure as I go, I just clean stuff up, and then also it doesn't look too crazy under my eye. So, focus on that area. We just say, and this is that brush. So using that darker shade that we use, not the one in the near corner, but with the color that we use right here. I'll show you guys here in just a sec. But again, I like to kind of build up. I feel like I gotta have it sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I'm just again not sure like what colors I want to go with. I just kind of see what looks good with my skin. And, because sometimes what looks good on a little bit lighter skin, it will barely be noticeable on somebody like that's as tan as me. So So that's literally all I'm gonna do. And ooh, I just used this color right here, which was what we put actually in between that crease area. So now, just for my inner corner, so I can give myself a little pop, I'm actually gonna use that, I think it's called Quartz from Kylie's palette. By the way, I love this palette. I think Kylie did such an amazing job, and the pigments are fantastic too. So good job, Kylie. So I'm gonna use that same little angled brush that I did under my brow, and just kind of slowly see how this looks. Like, it's usually a safe shade. I kind of just do this, honestly, and you see the difference? How much it opens up your eye? So. That's the main piece, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on some liner, and then I'll come and put on my lashes with you guys, and then we'll go from there. So I got my liner on. I'm now gonna put on my lashes. So what we'll do is, I honestly already put some glue on them real quick, and we'll get these babies popping on. It's such a crazy world. I keep thinking about it sometimes that we're in today. Sometimes I try to watch how far in I have it, so then that way even I'm out right. Like I just noticed this one was a little more in, so I don't want to like have one side looks like I have more lashes, like it's closer to the other. So we'll give those a second to dry. Now while that dries, I'm gonna start. I didn't actually do a good job of priming my skin today, so I already put my sorry, I think I put my moisturizer, and I put my eye cream, all that on actually. So just before I already did that piece, now I'm just gonna let my lashes dry. All right, everybody. So this is kind of the final look that we came up with. So I love this look. I think under the eyes, very, very clean. This is beautiful, I would say, for, like we were saying earlier in the beginning, it's a good date night look, but then also I think it'd be beautiful in pictures or anything. I think just not like girls night. Yeah, anyways, I just love this. I think it came out very good. So I hope you guys like this. If you guys could please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate all your love and support, and I look forward to the next video. Take care. See you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.